everybody? Welcome to the stream. Hi Caesar, hi Greed, hi Ming. Welcome in. Hello, hello. It's time yet again for our normal weekly ZATSUDAN. Sorry, again, I was finishing up my snack, so that waiting room was a little bit too long. I apologize. Normally I do not let it run that long, I promise. What kind of snack? I have a couple different snacks with me, but the one specific one that I was still chewing on, what do they call it? Hold on, I have the bag here. Brownie brittle. It's very good. Their little selling point catchphrase thing is rich brownie taste with a cookie crunch. It's like this thin little, it's kind of shaped like a cracker almost. But it's a brownie. They're very crunchy. Very, very crumbly, but I like it. I just like chocolatey stuff, so, like, of course I'm gonna like it. It was very, very good. I have some chips and dip downstairs, too. And I have, like, I also have actual food waiting downstairs. Don't worry, I'm not just gonna be snacking all day long. Oh my goodness. No, I'm not just gonna be snacking all day long, I promise. Do y'all consider a PB&J a snack or a meal or both? I would say a standard PB&J sandwich. It's just peanut butter and jelly, 2 slices of bread. I feel like that's a good snack. That is it. I would not consider that like enough to count as a meal, really. I don't consider it enough to count as a meal. But sometimes what I'll do, and this is ultra fancy, I'm not trying to flex, but this is something that I do sometimes. I will make a PB&J sandwich, but I'll treat it like a toasted cheese sandwich and toast it on both sides in a pan with butter. And then I will also top it with some bananas. I'll slice up a banana. I'll also warm it in the same frying pan with a tiny bit of butter, and I put like cinnamon and brown sugar on it, and then I put that over top of the toasted PB&J sandwich. Sometimes that's what I'll do if I just want something sweet, but we don't really have like any like baked goods or anything or ice cream in the house, but I want something sweet. That's what I'll do. And it always hits. It's always really, really good. Normally what happens is we either have fresh bananas in the house that are like starting to go and we need to use them, or we'll have sliced banana frozen, and I just grab the frozen bananas and I just throw them in the pan. And they get like super mushy, but in a good way. I don't know how else to describe it. I feel like sometimes that's all I'll eat for dinner, because sometimes you're just not wanting a lot of food, you know? Yeah, sometimes you just need like a little bit just so that your stomach's not completely empty. But I like, it just depends. Because again, if it's one of those situations where you need to eat something so that your stomach has something in it, like you can count that as a meal to prevent yourself from getting sick. But for the most part, if you're like, I'm hungry and I want to eat something, and you make a PB&J, I would consider it more of a snack. Good morning, Crest Pain. Hello, welcome in. Hello, hello. Also, hi, Chris. I see from the banana tree. What do you mean from the banana tree? What you mean? Snack or a very disappointing lunch if you have nothing else. Yeah, I feel like you can make it a meal as long as you have other stuff. Because think about it. Like, if we're in a scenario where you are like in school or you go to work and all you have is a PB&J sandwich, that's not a meal, that's a snack. Like if you were to go through the lunch line, they would at least give you like one of those little cardboard boxes of milk and a banana and like some sort of side thing like I don't know, like tater tots or whatever the side is for the day. And they'll give you all those things and then it'll be a meal. The PB&J is the main thing, yeah, but there's other stuff there. Or like those little like cup veggies and you get ranch. Like something to make it more of a meal. I miss you, dude. I miss you too, dude. I'm so excited to see you later this week. You need to be over here now already. I miss you, man. You gotta come over. You just have to. I recently learned that Asian snacks absolutely slap, though. You've been enlightened. Oh my god, Asian snacks are always the best. I cannot wait for the next time that I make my little trek out to the city, because obviously where I live, like right now, there are no Asian grocery stores, so I have to, it's quite a drive away, but then we stock up on everything, and I need to do that again. I miss all my Asian snacks. They are far superior to any other snacks. They're just so amazing. They know what they're doing. Bouncy chicken and fake broccoli and cheese. You know what? We don't have to talk about school lunches anymore. I'm not trying. I'm not trying to traumatize you guys or anything. I'm not trying to be that person. Absolutely not. I feel like I remember school lunches being relatively okay at my school, but that might be circumstantial because I feel like my palate has changed a lot since I've been in school, as well as like our school had a fair amount of funding, so our food was actually like pretty good. I wouldn't say it was perfect by any means, but you know, it was relatively good. Not horrible. Maybe like overall I'd give it a 6 out of 10. I will eat it because it is presented to me, and I do enjoy some of the things, but you know, it's aight. I wouldn't go out of my way to purchase it, but you know, if I have it and it's there, like I'll get it. I tried barley tea recently and I'm honestly kind of addicted. It's really tasty. It is. When it comes to tea, I have such a wide palette for different teas. I will say, I think out of like, there's like 2 different moods. There's like me drinking hot tea, which is almost always just plain oolong, no sugar, no milk, no anything, just plain oolong tea, which is amazing. Or I will make it into like royal milk tea. So I just mix it with sweetened condensed milk, and then that's fantastic. And normally if I'm out at my Asian grocery store and there are like bottled drinks, so you have something cold to drink while you're heading home, I normally go for like milk tea. Not necessarily packaged boba. I prefer getting boba at like restaurants where they make it for you to order, because packaged boba, the actual tapioca pearls can get kind of weird in like the packaging process, so I don't really enjoy them like that. But if it's just the tea part without the boba and it's pre-packaged, I think that's pretty good. I love the marble drinks. Yes, the ramen soda. Do you have a favorite flavor? I feel like my favorite flavor is probably lychee. I just love lychee a lot. There's also the classic blue flavor. That one's good. And I've had like a coconut and a grape one before, and those ones are also very, very good. Breakfast pizza was pretty good, to be honest, not gonna lie. I don't know if they ever served breakfast pizza at my school, because we had specifically a pizza line. They would always have cheese and pepperoni pizza, and then they would have like some random specialty pizza for the day. But I don't remember them ever doing breakfast pizza. But for the most part, like, I know they would serve breakfast for anyone who had like first period study hall in the lunchroom, but I don't think they really like cooked anything. They would have like cheese sticks and yogurt cups and little like bags of cereal and stuff like that, but they wouldn't really have hot food ready in the morning, just like little things. I don't remember the flavors. This just means that I need to take you on our next trip. That's all I'm hearing out of this. I gotta take you along with me for the next trip. Even though technically barley tea isn't a true tea, but I still like it because of that subtle roasted and toasted taste, if that makes any sense. Well, I feel like the term tea, like, there are, of course, like, tea leaves to make it, like, actual tea and the way that the tea leaves are processed. But, you know, herbal tea uses just different things steeped in hot water, and then it's still considered tea, but you know, not in the traditional sense of like tea leaf tea. I don't know how else to describe it, but like it still counts as tea. I would still count it as tea. Do we go to the same Asian mart? I mean, we can start. Do you already go to an Asian mart? What are you talking about? Y'all have H marts? That's the Asian store chains here. We don't have any chains, I don't think. Or at least the ones that I go to are all like locally owned and operated by just the Asian communities that live here. We don't really have any H marts, at least up where I am. I go to this one that's basically just a giant warehouse. It's literally just like gigantic, and I don't know how else to describe it. Like the whole front part is what you would consider a regular like grocery store, but you can tell like the whole inside of it is like they're not trying to charm or impress anybody. Like it's hard concrete floor, concrete walls. It's very low lighting. They're not trying to impress anyone. It is fine. The whole front part is like produce, and they have their giant freezers, and they have their packaged goods. When you go towards the back, they have the giant live fish tanks and the butcher station, and they have like a what's it, like a prepared food section. Ooh, guys, hold on just one sec. Okay, sorry about that. Momori had a question for me. It's fine. Where was I? Oh, yeah, so there's the whole one side of the store in the front has the produce and like the packaged things, and they have the big freezers and stuff. And then as you go further back, there is the live fish tank, there's the butcher station, they have the hot prepared food section. They have like a little bakery section in the back too. And then also in the back, they have all of their like kitchen supplies, I guess, because they have like frying pans, woks, they have bowls, silverware, chopsticks, like a bunch of different stuff. Just different cooking tools, just a bunch of different stuff. Asian Costco, I mean, it kind of feels like Asian Costco, not in the sense of like wholesale stuff, but it's like a big warehouse, yeah. Girl, yours is probably so much better than mine. That just means I have to take you to mine. That's it. That's all I'm saying. TBH, I wouldn't mind that aesthetic of the store if the prices and deals are good. Aesthetics are cool, but I also like saving money. That's how like we know the good ones. We know where the good ones are. There was some video going around by somebody that I follow who does like mostly shorts on the platform, and she was like, how you know an Asian grocery store is good? The person is on the phone the whole time. There are boxes stacked all over the floor. They have like 3 or 4 aisles of just sauces. It is so dimly lit. They have things like chicken feet and intestines. That's how you know you're in a real Asian grocery store. And it's fantastic. And I love it so much. Okay, no, yours is 100% better than the one that I go to. I gotta get you hooked on it, man. Mine is just a tiny little store in the closest shopping center. No. No. You deserve better. We only ever go up so often, but we'll have our big shopping day every once in a while, and I will take you. I will come pick you up and we'll go. Sorry, I have not been drinking nearly enough water today. I have been trying, but gosh. There's only so much water that I can drink before I get really annoyed at how much water I'm drinking, if that makes any sense to anybody. There will be times when I'm doing something, like when I'm recording vocals for whatever, and I need to be drinking copious amounts of water for it, which makes sense, but like the amount of times that I am then required to keep getting up to use the restroom, and I get so annoyed, and then I rebel by stopping the water train. And then I don't want to do it anymore because I get so upset, and it's just, ugh. It's just very annoying to have to get up that many times in a row, you know? Gosh. No, you should, Chris, if you want to DM me the little one that you go to, I'm very curious because I've probably also been to it at least once or twice, but I want to know. And then I will show you the one that we go to, the one that we end up going to more often. I got an ace on Siege yesterday. Let's go. Let's go, gamers. You must probably have. Yeah, I probably have. Well, listen, when we moved here, we were trying to, like, find as many options as we could, because we like having all the different options. But, you know, we ended up finding the one that works best for us, and we go to that one, like, 9 times out of 10. Every now and again, though, we'll go the opposite direction. We'll go to the other nearest city, because there's, like, we're in between, like, 2 relatively larger cities. And sometimes we go one direction and sometimes we go the complete opposite direction. And I find that, like, in one direction, we get all of the groceries that we're used to, because we normally buy, like, East Asian groceries. But when we go the other way, there's a lot of stores that have, like, South Asian groceries. So a lot of, like, Indian-owned stores, which is wonderful, because whenever we need to stock up on, like, spices, or if we're looking for a specific product that we normally can't find anywhere else, we go there. So, I mean, it also just depends on, like, where it is that we're going, what it is that we're doing, stuff like that. What it is that we're planning for. Who do you main, Chris? I don't know, like, anything about Siege, so this is a conversation for y'all. I watched Chris play Siege maybe once, and that's about it. I can't run it on this or anything that I own, and it's not a game that is designed for me. Not the game for me. Therefore, I don't have any interest in it. It's just not for me. For attack, I main Zofia, and for defense, I main Azami, but I've been loving Frost lately. See, those are all just names. I don't know what any of that means. None of these names mean anything to me. It's fine. It's fine. For 2 seconds, she saw me play. Yeah, and then you got mad because what was it? I did a very funny joke that you did not find very funny, but I thought it was hilarious. June, I'm gonna make you play with me? Oh god. No, I'm not gonna be any good at it. I'm really not. I don't know if I can handle all that. I really can't. It's already bad enough that you tried to have me play Village and I was terrible at it. I can't handle the stress of playing Village. I can't handle the stress of playing Siege or Fortnite or Valorant or any of those games. I'm not designed for it. I'm really not. I'm really not. Maybe one day I'll be a Valorant gamer. But as of right now, that's not gonna happen anytime soon. It's just not really the variety of game that I really seek out. It's not anything that I would ever find myself being interested in. It's more like, I enjoy watching other people play Valorant at the very least, but other than that, like, I don't know, it's just not the genre that I like. I was a Frost main for the longest time before Legion came out. Attack I mained Jackal because of how good his AR is. Rip Jackal in ranked, he gets banned every time. Mother, hello Indy, welcome to the chat, honey. Hello. We're hanging out, we are chilling. Everything's good. We're good. It feels like I never properly woke up at any point today. I don't know if that makes any sense to any of you guys. I woke up like inadvertently at like 4:30 in the morning, and I went back asleep because I knew I didn't have to be awake yet, and then I woke up again at like 7 to actually get up because I had to go out and do my laundry. But I just kept feeling like I was about to pass out at like every second. I feel the same, June. Okay, good. Oh, you're about to go hop in the shower? We'll probably still be here by the time you're done. Will you be in VC later? I might. I don't know. I still have to make the schedule for this upcoming week. And I might join after the schedule is done. But I feel like I also, I also need to clean my room. I need to fold my laundry, put the laundry away, because it's clean now, but it needs to get put away. I mean, I could sit in VC while I do that. That should be fine. Yeah, fucking 1750. Dude, you know you can come over if you need it. You are very aware of this fact. You can always come over if you need it. And we'll have like actual hot running water for you instead of the Asian bucket method. You don't gotta do all that. I'm gonna edit all the photos I have with the cosplayers so I can show you them all. Ooh, yes, I do want to see that. I'm glad to hear that you had a good time at the convention. That sounds like a fun time. It's been years since I've been to a convention and I miss it. I actually woke up pretty well this morning. It makes a world of difference if I get at least 6 hours of sleep. Are you saying that you don't normally get 6 hours, Greed? Greed. Greed? Greed. You don't even get 6 hours of sleep normally? I can't understand any other person's sleep schedule that isn't mine. I'm gonna be real with you. 6 hours of sleep is my bare minimum. If I don't get 6 hours of sleep, I do not act like a normal bat. And, like, ideally, I need 8 to 10 hours of sleep. What do you mean, at least 6 hours of sleep, Greed? I worry for you and your health now. Just so I don't face reveal. Yeah, that makes sense. Also, I love you too, Chris. Again, you are always welcome over anytime. You know that. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Jace. Welcome to the chat. We are hanging out. We are just riffing on everything and everything. Anything and everything. I can't even talk right. Guys, this is the quality content that you came here for. Just remember that. Every time that I say words wrong or forget where I was in my sentences, yeah, just know that this is what you signed up for. Oh my god. It's not by choice, but 4 or 5? Greed. Oh no. No. Greed. I know how important it is to, like, claim time in your day just for you that doesn't go immediately to work and get to do something fun that's just for you, but 4 hours of sleep? If Chronic was here, he would rip you a new one. You have no idea how many times I have heard Chronic go on rants about people not sleeping enough. If he was here, he would be ripping you a new one. I'm saving you from that headache and just imploring you. Maybe we should work on figuring out where you can get at least a little bit more sleep at any point in time. My peak is 12 plus hours of sleep. Minimum is 5. No, guys, I can't even fathom it. Okay. I feel like 10 is the most that I can sleep, because if I sleep or I lay in bed longer than 10 hours, I start hurting my spine. My back starts to hurt like a lot. I can't imagine laying in bed any more than that. So I need to get up at some point just so I can move around and stuff. And then normally if I end up taking a nap in the middle of the day, that might also end up hurting my spine, because it's a lot of pressure on my spine when I lay down. So none of it is really that great. There's no really good solution. My back just hurts. I need to get enough sleep. I need to get at least 6 hours, but if I go more than 10, then back hurt. The Blade cosplayer I met is now my best friend, by the way. What happened to Tim? Well, I guess it's not my place to say anything. Oh gosh, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. My goodness. I lost my train of thought. Guys, this is just how today's going. Ooh, I don't want to spill too many beans because I don't want to, you know, get too into like personal stuff, but I had a very wonderful night last night with some of my friends. We had a really good time. We ended up, what was it? I taught them some recipes and we watched a movie together and we just had a really good time. I just figured I should share that. I know I made a tweet about it, but I didn't really like explain anything that we did. But I had a very, very fun time last night with some friends. I taught them how to make very, very good food, and we enjoyed it. It kind of ended up being way too much food. I have a ton of leftovers downstairs. I have so many leftovers downstairs, but yeah, we had a very, very good time. No, me and Tim, no, it's not that I didn't think you guys were friends anymore, but I don't know who lies in your best friend category. But then again, I don't think I've ever asked you that anyway, so what do I know? Oh gosh. Also, y'all, we got some really good stuff in store. I know this upcoming week, schedule-wise, is pretty normal. It's all like stuff that's standard, but shifting into next week, we're gonna get more into the Halloween spirit. We're gonna do some real fun things relating to that, and then the week after that, I think it starts on the 23rd? The week of the 23rd through like the 29th, that'll be good peak Halloween hours. We'll do some real fun stuff. I'm still trying to figure out what I want my costume to be. I have my IRL costume, but for you guys, what my costume's gonna be, because I have no idea yet. I have to search around. I have to figure that out. I have an idea of what I want to do, but being able to execute the idea to the level that I want it completed at is gonna be a whole other thing. So, you know, we'll see. Spooky season is my favorite time to watch VTubers. I have a handful of creative ideas that I am willing to execute for you guys. I found out that one of the games that I really love has a second game, has a sequel. So we are probably going to be playing that for spooky season. And then I may or may not find another game to also add to the roster for spooky season. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know yet. Dress up as Danny DeVito. What is his, like, I know obviously who he is, but how would you describe like his normal attire? Because I feel like he just wears normal clothes. And if I just put on his clothes, it's not gonna be like recognizable very easily. Or I just take his face and paste it on my cut out the eye holes in the oh god, that would be nightmare fuel. No, I'm not doing all that. That's gonna be horrible. I can't do that. No, we're not doing that. That's awful. That's terrible. No, I have an idea of who I want to be, but it's a question of whether or not I'll be able to pull off making a whole costume for it. I mean, I think that I may or may not be able to. I don't see why I wouldn't be able to, but you know, I'll figure it out. No realistic skin suit replica. That's creepy. That's weird. That's suspicious. I'm not doing all that. That's crazy. No. Danny DeVito, I'm not dressing up as Danny DeVito for Halloween. You guys are weird. Oh my god, no Danny DeVito outfits for Halloween. Absolutely not. No. My goodness. No, it's not gonna happen. I already know what I want to be. I just need to figure out how. I do have my IRL costume ready because this upcoming Friday, there is a big event that me and Mod Chris are going to attend together, and I'm very excited about it. Okay, Danny DeVito as the Penguin? Wait, is that for, are you for real? Wait, what movie did that happen in? Danny DeVito. When did he dress up as the Penguin? Which movie was this? Oh, Batman Returns. I was like, when did he play the Penguin? Okay, no, that makes sense. I mean, I don't know if that's not... Don't get me wrong, I love the Batman franchise, but probably not for the Penguin. That's not the reason why I love the Batman series. That is unrelated. Fuck it, just do Bob Ross. No, I know what I want to do. Okay, Bob Ross would be a really cute one. Not gonna lie, and I do love Bob Ross a lot. I love him a lot. But that is not, that's not the plan here. I know who I'm going to dress up as. I want to talk about my other guys. God damn it! I don't know why I'm bothered. Stop! God, okay. No, I'm talking about my other one. So me and Mod Chris are going to an event later on this upcoming week that I am extremely excited for, and I already have my full costume for that, which, what was it? Last ZATSUDAN, if you guys go back and watch that one, I actually kind of drew out. I did like a little sketch in the middle of stream because my lovely mod Momochi had requested so heavily that I do it. She wanted me to do it so badly. So that's what we ended up doing. It is, what's it? It's my kind of rendition or my kind of take on Carmilla the Vampire. the OG vampire. She, I feel like I've already gone on this rant before. The novelization of Carmilla came out years and years, like decades before Bram Stoker came out with Dracula. So she's like the original gothic vampire in literature. There were other mentions of vampires in literature before her, but I don't know if they were ever mentioned by name, versus like she is an established character in this gothic short story, and she's like the main antagonist. And she's just, I don't know how else to describe it. That's just she is the OG vampire. She shows up before Dracula, and she's a girl boss, and we love her. It is also one of the earliest examples of lesbian romance in literature as well, which I am so crazy for. I went bonkers reading this book. And I think I've explained this to some of my friends, but I don't think I've explained it on stream. So I've always loved reading. I loved reading from a very young age, and I would read books like nobody's business. But after I like went through high school and did all like required reading stuff, I really lost like the interest in reading, or the like, I don't know, just like the drive to read. I just didn't enjoy it anymore for like a really, really long time, because of just how much was just required all the time, instead of just me reading because I wanted to read. So from like high school, from the end of high school until very, very recently, I have not read like any books. Like I've read fan fiction online, and I've read short stories, I've read poetry, and like I enjoy it, but I couldn't like handle sitting down and reading a whole book, because it felt very overwhelming for me. And only recently have I picked up Carmilla, and it kind of just clicked back my love of reading. And now I'm back to just reading regularly, and I'm very, very happy about it. Because it just felt like I was hitting a wall for a really long time of just not wanting to read, because, again, it was just all required reading for the longest time. So finally getting to sit down and read what I want to read and have it not feel overwhelming. And I had that feeling of, oh my god, I can't put this book down. I need to finish this book. I haven't had that feeling for like years. So I'm very, very pleased with reading now, and I've been enjoying it thoroughly, especially this story, because it's right up my alley of stuff that I like. I got 2 comics and a new unreleased book that I bought at my con. Today the unreleased one was being sold at the con by the dude who bought it. Wait, what? I got 2 comics and a new unreleased book that I bought at the con today. The unreleased one was being sold at the con by the dude who bought it? So wait, that means that it is released then, right? Because somebody else bought it and then was selling it, and then you bought it. Doesn't that mean that it's released then? Or did he get an unreleased copy and then sold it? Because if he bought it too, then it must be released, right? The unreleased book was being sold by the dude. Oh, who made it? Okay. Sorry, my iPad was like, okay, that makes a lot more sense. That makes significantly more sense. Okay. I will take it. Correct. Correctamundo, my friend. I was very confusion. I hate my fast typing. I don't even check before sending as well. Well, maybe that's part of the issue. not to call you out, honey. Not to point fingers or anything, because I'm not that kind of person. But you know, maybe it wouldn't hurt to, you know, slow down and double check. It's fine. Everything's fine. I don't know what you're talking about. Nothing is wrong. Everything's fine. Sorry, I'm readjusting a little bit. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Nothing is happening. Also, for the costume that I got for like the end of this week, I bought a wig too, and I bought a wig stand for the wig, so I could set the wig on something so it wasn't just scrunched up in a bag this whole time. And I have it setting on the top of my desk, and I can see like the hair cascading down like in front of my screen. The first time I took it out and put it on the stand and just had it over there, I was holding Louis for a little while, just like holding him in my arms, and he looked up and he was like, is that a person? But I don't smell a person. And it's just the hair part, and like he was about to like whack it. I'm like, don't you dare knock over my wig. For the love of God, don't knock over my wig. He was very, very entranced by it. And I don't know if it registers in his brain when he sees me wearing a wig that it's me. Like, he can smell that it's me. And I think he knows that it's me, but when he sees me, I don't think it registers to him that it's me, because it's just so dramatically different from what I look like that it's like a completely different. It does not, no clicky, no worky. I don't know who that is. That is not my mother. That is a different thing altogether. I don't know who that is. It does not make sense to me. I don't like it. He just looks so confused when he sees me wearing it, and it's very, very funny. I think it's hilarious. Oh, goodness gracious. I need more water, man. I think I have enough to hold me over for right now, but I'm gonna need more. I should also probably... Well, if I'm running to go get water, I can also probably run to just use the restroom really quick. So if you guys could please excuse me for just a little while, and I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. I'm using the restroom for just a moment. It's fine. I'll be right back. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. I'm just moving and grooving, so hold on, y'all. I want my blanket. It's cold in here. I finally, what's it? So I have blackout curtains. I have these blackout curtains, and they're also like, they work to help with like thermal regulation, kind of, because they're just, they hold in, or I guess they hold back the sunlight so that your room doesn't overheat. But the windows that I have in here are kind of old, and they're not like the kind that you can open. So they're like two double pane glass ones, and when it's cold outside, it's just really, really cold. So my blackout curtains also like hold back the cold air so my room stays warm. But I didn't want to turn on my lamp today because I didn't want the artificial light. I just wasn't in the mood to have the artificial light. I wanted sunlight. So the curtains aren't like holding back all the cold air that's seeping into my room. And now my room is kind of cold. So I need my blanket. And I have myself wrapped up in my blanket now, and now I'm good. And I got more water. I got more water. I'm good now. I think I accidentally scratched up my throat, because sometimes that happens if I'm like eating chips and I don't like chew on them enough, and then like it's still rather crunchy. So if you just send it down the throat gets a little bit mad, it gets a little bit scratchy. I think I'll be okay, but it's rather irksome. So I feel the need to keep drinking more water, even though I'm probably fine and I don't need to be drinking as much water as I'm drinking. But the throat feels scratchy. Me no likey. Not pleased about it, but it's fine. I just finished the outline for the drawing. Oh, yay! Hooray! Lord knows that doing the line work for art, I think, is like the most stressful thing. And it's also the most rewarding thing once it's done. Because I feel like the coloring process is the fun part, at least for me, because I'm a painter, but I wouldn't call myself like someone who draws very well. I'm not very good at sketch work. I'm not very good with like lines and understanding like specifically anatomy and just like proportions, stuff like that. I am very much more of a painter, and I go with the flow, and things look the way that they are, and it's rather more impressionistic than anything. I don't do lines. I try. I feel like I've successfully painted at least like one thing that had line. Oh my gosh, yeah, I did. I gifted a painting to someone that I actually did like line work on, because it was a replica of a photo that was taken. But other than that, like for the most part, I just do like nature and landscapes. So there's not like, I don't feel the need to in most cases. It's just like color and like rough shapes, and you get what it is by staring at it, and it's great. And that's about it. I want to see if I can actually find, because I took a photo with my phone of the painting. I was very proud of it, but depends if I can find it in here again. Yes! Okay. Yeah, I found it. Yeah, I had to do line work for that one. I mean, it's not the best painting in the world, but it's, what's it? The photo that it was replicating was just a very sweet moment, and that's what mattered most. It was just like capturing the the emotion in it. But I mean, it was still like of people. So I did my best with the people. I'm not very good with anatomy. I can't do people shapes on a regular basis. That's just not what I'm good at doing art of. I'm better at literally anything else. Not people. I have a couple other like art pieces that I've done. Where is it? Oh, this one time I did a mini canvas and I was just having fun with the colors, doing whatever. And at first I was trying to make them look like clouds, but the shape that they ended up looking like just didn't end up looking the way that I thought it did. But I started adding just like little random squiggles of brown, and then it ended up looking like a tree. So then I made like a big trunk of a tree and just like hiding little branches here and there, and it turned out really, really nice. And I gifted that to one of my family members, and she just has it next to her little chair. She looks at it all the time, and every time that I go over, I see that it's still sitting there, and it just makes me very happy. Very, very proud of that. And then something that I've been enjoying a lot lately that I've only recently come to find that I really, really enjoy is actually like collage art. So just taking little, what was it? The first project I did, we were supposed to use magazines and just cut out whatever it is that we could find in magazines in order to make one big poster. And I did pretty good with that. You know, I added just a couple personal photos here and there, but like probably 98-99% of everything that was in it was from a magazine. And then I did another one later on that was focused on, I think I actually shared it with you guys at some point. I had posted this big, like my vision board for what I want out of my future, because that was a big project that I did. And that one was me finding pictures that all related to the things that I wanted. So like there was me attending college, there was me becoming a scientist, me exploring the world, me having like my dream house, how I picture my life, like all that fun stuff. I am so immensely proud of that poster. I don't think I could be more proud of like something creatively that I've done in like a physical medium. Because, you know, I'm very proud of everything that I do on this channel, don't get me wrong. But there's something very satisfying about like a physical medium of doing something and having the outcome just be as good as it was. Very, very pleased with that. Okay, I'll stop scrolling through my phone. I will put my phone back down. Someone get my powdered wig, because my 1770s shower is over and I'm ready for the Revolutionary War. We have to get you your musket. We have to get you your saber, your coat with the 5, 6, 7, however fuck all gold buttons all over it. We have to get you your black leather boots and pack you what? Dry bread and maybe some jam if we have it. And you're running out in the streets, Paul Revere style. We need your gas lamp. Is that what we gotta do? We can do that. We can do that. Fun fact, I almost bought a World War II musket once. What compelled you to want to purchase it? Just like for historical sake? Just because it was cool? Are you one of the World War II guys that I should be afraid of? Where like their only personality trait is talking about World War II? I know that's not the case. I know I hang out with you. That is not the case. I like weapons and history stuff. I don't think I knew this about you. I mean, I knew you liked weapons. I didn't know how much of a history buff you were. No, I love that. I'm not... you were. I did not say that you were. I don't want that to be an alligator against you, please. For the love of God, that is not true. You need to No. You are not. We are making that very, very clear to everyone here. You are not. No. I'm saying that there are a subtype of guys where their only personality trait is talking about World War II. But I didn't mean it in that set. I meant more in like the weird uncle or grandpa sense, where it's like their fascination and they like going to the museums and they put on the History Channel. Not those kind of guys. Oh no. No. Like if it's your weird uncle or your grandpa, you're like, yeah, sure, Richard. Yeah, you keep have fun. It is just that's just their little thing, and you do not question it, and you just let them be. Because they're not technically hurting anybody by enjoying all the historical information. But you know, you wonder sometimes. That's all I'll say about it. That is all that I will say about it. I do go to the museum, but I do not watch the History Channel. Okay, you're good then. You're in the safe zone. You are all right. I miss when the History Channel was actually about history, because for a while I remember growing up and it was, but like not anymore, and it makes me sad. I miss watching American Pickers. I think that show was very, very fun to watch, and I enjoyed getting to see these two dudes just drive around all over the United States and just find these little treasure troves of history and just enjoy getting to spend time with all these random people and talking about their lives. And I don't know, I just always enjoyed it. And you know, them restoring them as best that they can in order to like sell these little parts of history. I thought that was very fun. Isn't the History Channel just like aliens and conspiracies now? Yeah, and that makes me sad because they used to be like about actual history and now they're not. And it's like, why not? Why not? I enjoy history. I'm here for the history. Can I please have the history? I'm not here for the alien conspiracies. I'm not here for aliens. I don't want the aliens. I want the history. That's all I want. That's all I want, man. Am I asking too much? I got a 180 on the GED history test and passing is 145. Okay, yes, this is your special interest. You like history stuff. I don't blame you. History is very, very fun. I feel like I would have enjoyed my history classes a lot more had I been in a better mental state and had I potentially had better teachers. There was one that I can think of that I did not enjoy. The other two I loved, and their classrooms were right next to one another, and they were wonderful, and I loved them. The other one, not so much. I don't think anybody really liked her. It's like any other educational network. It turned into something else but kept the name. Yeah, and it's like, why? I feel like the only person who gets a pass who is still as genuine as they were from like day one is maybe like PBS. And that's kind of it. I don't know about any of these other ones. I don't know what's going on Animal Planet. I do miss some of the old Animal Planet shows. There was like that one where it was like top 10 and it had like the green CGI graphic room, and it would be like the top 10 most venomous animals on the planet, and they would go through the list and talk about all these different animals and like what they would insist would be the number one like most venomous out of all of them. And it was just, that was really, really fun to watch. I don't know if like if it's just lost forever. But I enjoyed that show so much. I like LGBT history a lot. It's very interesting and isn't talked about enough. I feel like I could probably do like a continuation on the one that I did this past month of June, because I feel like I only just briefly touched the surface in terms of LGBT history. There's still so much more that I didn't get to talk about when I did my lesson for you guys, and I want to do more. I hated history class. Yeah, I did not like the other people who were in my history classes. There was like a handful of them that I would say, you rocked, I like you. But for the majority of the rest, I'm like, you are white and you are privileged. I don't want to hear you talk. It was, oh, we would get into some really awful debates, which was part of the class, and like I was required to be in the debates, but it was like me and maybe 3 other girls defending ourselves against like the majority of the class, who was again privileged and white and did not understand like anything about anything, nor did they ever really care. And then my teacher requiring us to like keep control, but also she would also play devil's advocate, which I understood because she's trying to like let us see other viewpoints, but at the same time like it was bullshit and that's a whole other thing. Kind of related, but I hate professors who say not a lot of people pass my class, like congrats, you suck at your job. I hate that too. The whole point of being a teacher or a professor is that you are supposed to like help others learn. You are supposed to be conveying information to other people and having them understand that information, show that they understand that information, and apply it to other things, and then have them learn so that they can pass your class. That's the whole point. So yes, I hate when professors or teachers do that. It feels like, okay, if you're not gonna do that, then like, what's your job? You right. Remember when Animal Planet had this show about finding Bigfoot and it was hella dumb? I think I remember that, yeah. I don't think I ever watched it, or I maybe watched like one episode in passing, but that's about it. I would talk more about the AIDS crisis. It's honestly a tragic time point in LGBT history. I talked a lot about the AIDS crisis actually in the little lesson that I did. I focused a lot of it on Stonewall and the AIDS crisis. I feel like I need to talk more about like maybe other examples of like much prior history to that. And like most of my focus was also on like history within the United States of LGBT history. And I feel like I could probably go more global and maybe get more into like ancient history. I know it's very hard to find examples of that, but like I could probably do my best with that. Just trying to do some more on it. And like I talked a lot about definitions. I shared a lot about like I don't know. A lot of it was very modern. A lot of it again was from Stonewall onward that I talked about. I also talked a lot about ballroom and the emergence of drag, and like I talked about current issues that were going on for the most part. I feel like the more privileged someone is, the less empathetic they are, if that makes any sense. Yeah, because they've never been in like a position where they have to worry about how others perceive them. Therefore, they tend to not have empathy to situations that they will never find themselves in. Like, I don't think any white person is going to find themselves in the shoes that I find myself in sometimes, or a straight person's not going to find themselves in the shoes that I find myself in. And I don't expect them to be empathetic to me because they don't have that lived experience. But as long as they like listen and they try, if there's an attempt that's made, then that's pretty good. But if they don't even try and they're not even bothered to care at all, that's where the issue really lies for me. I went to DC last year and I went to the World War II Museum. I just think about World War II a lot because I want to be an advocate against the deniers and the neo-shitheads. That's fair. Yeah, I think out of everything, that's fair. I feel like you, with your strong opinions about World War II and how it affects like people today and like the way that people perceive things due to it today, is very similar to like how I feel about Stonewall and the AIDS crisis whenever I talk about it. I don't know how else to describe it. And like I try not to go too much into like how do I put this? I feel like I have an easier time talking and defending myself when talking about LGBT stuff than I do when I talk about like Asian heritage stuff for me. 'Cause I feel like there are certain groups where like it is definitely strongly seen of like either a positive or a negative connotation for any specific Asian culture. Like sometimes people in the US will feel a certain way when they see like a Korean person versus a Vietnamese person. If they, you know, if they're able to tell the difference, which normally they're not. But neither here nor there. That's a whole separate thing. But when I tell people I'm Indonesian, they're just kind of like, oh. Because, like, they probably don't even know where that is, really. And they're not going to bother to know. Okay, wait, hold on. Louis. Boy, what are you doing? Hey, what are you doing? It's my turn with the blanket. It's my blanket. You will have your turn in a little. You have to wait your turn. Yeah. Sir, I am using the blanket right now. You are covered with fur. You'll be fine. You will be fine. Sir. Okay, hold on. Let me get some water first. Oh. There we go. Okay, I'm good. I'm good, y'all. I'm good. Empathy is felt, sympathy is learned, and pity is not wanted. Exactly. That is a very, very good way of putting it. I feel like out of everything, like, of course, people can always express sympathy, and it's something that we're taught is like the polite way of doing things. You should always express sympathy if you hear like certain things or somebody's going through a certain thing, grief or whatever it might be. It's like, it's customary in society to express sympathy because that's just what we're taught. Versus like genuinely caring and feeling empathy towards another person. It's just, that's like a whole other thing. And I feel like that's just something that like people aren't really... There are people that know what empathy is and they feel it a lot, they feel it strongly, and they can express that empathy on a pretty consistent basis to anything, any kind of situation. And then there are just people that don't have it. And there's not really a way of getting it either. And then it kind of, sometimes if they're trying to, and they're the kind of person that does not have empathy and they're really trying, it comes across as pity. And then it's just not, it's not good for anybody involved. It is not fun. Asians in America still suffer from the model minority stigma. It sucks because of how often it's used, especially by conservatives. I know! It is so, it is so frustrating. Guys, I think I've already shared enough of like stories from the library about this one specific person in mind that I talk about maybe once or twice every now and again. like, it's this whole fascination thing about me being like, again, quote unquote to some people, exotic, when in reality it's like, no, I'm really not. That is not that is not the case at all. Please do not just treat me like a little I don't know, like a carnival sideshow, because that's kind of what it feels like sometimes. There's quite a difference. So I had a situation recently where it was this one guy who keeps doing it versus a gentleman that I was helping who was Hispanic, and we were speaking together because he assumed at first that I was Hispanic, but then I clarified to him, but we're both a minority. So when I'm speaking to a Hispanic person about being Asian, we click, and like there's no weird feeling, there's no like, it's not invasive or gawking or like anything like that. It's always the white people that like try to make a show of it, and it just turns so horrible so fast. Oh god, my phone's trying to fall over. If you look at statistics, most of the people that vote conservative are white men who didn't go to college. It's so fucking demeaning to call a human exotic. That's what it feels like too. Or like, just like the way that they act towards me, where they see me as just like, I don't want to say that they see me as an accessory, but they just see me as like like how quaint, how cute. Look at this person out in public, like doing all of these things, but she's Asian, and it's just, it feels terrible, man. I'm just trying to go to the grocery store. I'm just trying to do this, do that. And thankfully, I'm very glad that I haven't had any situations at like the one bar that I frequent. Because there is one bar that I frequent to go to like my drag shows that happen once a month. I haven't had any situations there yet where like anybody has stared at me for being Asian. Because thankfully the nights that I go, it's not their normal crowd. But I can assure you, if I went there like any other regular night of the week, when they're just having their regular like touristy people show up and it's a bunch of rich white people, I am sure that I would have at least one person like try to start something. And it's just, it makes my skin crawl, man. It's awful. It's objectifying, like calling a car exotic. It's disgusting. It really is. It really is. I think like, even though I'm having this situation right now with this one library patron who keeps coming in and like doing this sort of thing, I remember just how worse it was when I was working at the grocery store. Oh my gosh. All of the people who would come, I remember this one specific woman, and it like haunts me. She like walked up to my line, and I'm just checking out her groceries. I'm not even like trying to converse or anything. I do my polite like, hello, I hope you're having a good day. Can I have your like perk card or whatever? And just like trying to do my job. And she's like looking at me, and I'm like, can I help you? And she was like, are you Filipino? Which is what a lot of people ask if I am, and I'm not. So I'm like, no, I'm Indonesian. And she's like, oh, you look Filipino, like your nose and your face structure. I'm like, excuse me? Can you please not comment on my nose or like my face in general, or my eyes are, please don't, or like how pretty my skin color is, that I'm not like, please don't. I don't need any of these comments. It just makes me feel gross and weird. I'm not trying to do anything except exist. It's really terrible. Are you still having that issue? Yeah. Listen, I don't think there's going to be anything that I can do to ever really make it go away. And I'm going to keep calling it like it is. And I'm going to do my best to manage it in that moment. It's not great, trust me. It's really, really not great. But I'm doing my best to manage it in that moment. There's nothing that I can do to ever make it stop because I'm never gonna stop being Asian. I just wake up one morning, I'm like, nah, I'm not feeling it. I don't want to be Asian anymore. No. But, it feels kind of silly to try and do things to make it go away, because there's nothing I can do to really make him stop. I can only fix the issue when it happens and do my best to react to the issue when it happens. And that's about it, really. That part of town is full of redneck meth. Listen. I'm glad that I don't work there anymore and I don't have to deal with it. It is a part of my life. It is a chapter of my life that I no longer deal with, that no longer has a grasp on me. I hope it doesn't have a grasp on me anymore. The comments that I get have greatly decreased in direct racism. The comments that I get are not as overtly racist as they were previously. Because at the grocery store, the customers will treat you however you want. But I feel like now that I'm a librarian and I interact with the patrons to the level that I do, and we mostly get the same crowd for the most part, it feels like a much more respectable position. And I get a lot more just nice compliments from people. I have a fair amount of people that just come up and I feel the need to be more professional at this job because I'm not just wearing a t-shirt and black pants. I get to wear nice clothing to make myself presentable, and I get to, I just get to present myself the way that I want to present at work. And I get a lot of people that just come up and they say, oh, ma'am, you look very pretty. You look very pretty today. I really like your dress. Your makeup is really nice. You are very pretty. And I'm like, oh, that's very sweet. Because, I would never get anything like that at the grocery store. Absolutely not. I mean, I saw a guy getting yelled at in the Dunkin' parking lot while I was going to my old job at 8 a.m. I mean, yeah. Conservatives don't often go to the library because they don't like to read. I mean, you would be surprised. You would be surprised. They, there will always be a handful of them that do like to read. There is a specific patron that I can think of that always, and when I say always, I mean this is literally the only type of book that this person ever gets. He always requests books about really gruesome true crime murders of young women. These are the only books that he ever reads. And it frightens me. And this man, whenever he comes in, frightens me. It is such horrendous. It's horrible. It is truly terrible. Oh my god, no. I can't deal. It is truly awful. Or what normally happens is we provide Wi-Fi hotspots to patrons. That's just one of the things that we offer here at the library. You get put on like a waiting list because we have a lot of people who come in, and they'll use it as like an alternative to buying like an internet package for their home, but it can only run so many devices. And then there's this one patron who like tampers with them, and we had to like ban her from using them. And it's like, why? Just at this point, just get an internet service provider. They have never been cheaper too, like, because we have a very competitive market for that here. It has never been cheaper ever. Like, I see the prices that they're advertising. Just get an internet service provider. It is very, very silly. I'm still waiting for my Conjuring CD. CD? Do you mean CD or DVD? Because, I mean, we might have another Okay, this is completely unrelated. If we have multiple copies, sometimes we'll have a patron on hold for one specific copy, and that'll be the only copy, even though that there is like another copy available. Like, one of the things that we do is we pull things from our shelves to send to other libraries, and we'll have multiple copies of a book. Like, one of the books that we have is called The Coffee Bean. We have like 5 copies of that book. But on the list that prints out like every day, we need to find the one with the exact same like barcode number, or else we can't send it out. And sometimes that specific one won't be there either. Did you not put me on hold? No, I put you on hold. Do you want me to check it again? It might have expired because they might not have been able to send out the one that you were on hold for. I can do that. I'm joking. I can watch it apart. No. I can put you back on hold for that. That's fine. Oh my goodness, you big silly. I can put you back on hold. That is something within my jurisdiction. I can do that. Internet service provider competition, but how will they survive without a monopoly? Well, you know, that's not my concern. They need to just figure that out on their own. Oh gosh, no, that's their problem. That's not my problem. LMFAO, I got a site. You're good. Man, why do I bother? My whole job is to provide resources and materials, and you're going to a pirating website. No, man, why? You know what? It's fine. Whatever. It's fine. Totally not like I just redid all of the display movies that we have so that they were all, you know, horror movies for the month of October. And me and my coworker worked really hard to find all of the horror movies that we could put up on display. No, it's fine. Nothing. Do you want me to rent a book? To check out a book? I mean, I would love if you came to the library to check out a book. Can I rent the Oh my god, I forgot. Yes, you want the dope man? I could get you the dope man. Oh my god, yeah. I mean, I shouldn't be recommending that book to you. I shouldn't. We have a YA section that I think would be a better fit for you and what you're going for. But that's all I'm gonna say. I mean, technically the entire library is accessible to anyone at any time. You know what? You should come in and you should go to our graphic novel section. And you should pick out a good graphic novel. Because there are a lot of really good ones back there that I don't know if I'm ever gonna get around to actually reading. And I want somebody to enjoy it. So, you know, you should come back and just pick one of the cool looking graphic novels that we have and read one of the graphic novels. Why not? And then it's not the same commitment as reading a whole book. It's more enjoyable. So just pick a graphic novel. I think that would be very fun. Let me rent a picture. Okay, first of all, it's not renting, it's borrowing. Because you're not paying any money in order to have it the way that you are implying. But, we do have our juvenile section if you want just like kids, but somebody might actually come up to you and ask what you're doing. I'm just gonna warn you. You might have to come up with an excuse like, oh, I'm picking this out to read to my little cousin. I'm picking out books to read to somebody else. The Hungry Caterpillar, we most definitely have a copy of The Hungry Caterpillar. We have a bunch of the Eric Carle books, actually. I just shelved like 3 of them the other day. If that's on hold, I quit. Well, I don't have access to my work functions on my personal computer. That is not something I can do. I can't do it right now. Oh my god. Oh my god. Just come in. Just come in to the library and pick a book. That's all you gotta do. We have magazines. If you wanna just look at a magazine, we got newspapers. We got cookbooks. We got everything that you could possibly want. We have special holiday books for Halloween as well as for Christmas. Hi guys, hi Zario, good to see you. Welcome in. Hello. I'll just say I'm a kid. I don't think any of my coworkers would appreciate that as an excuse. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think that's gonna fly. I don't think that's correct. No, I don't think that's gonna work, Chief. You can try to convince me all you want, but I don't think that's gonna work. My goodness. I don't even know how many items I have checked out right now. I have way too many items checked out. I need to go through and like return a bunch of the books that I have because Lord knows I do not need all of them right now. And I'm staring behind my screen because I know that I have a DVD that I'm gonna watch later tonight. In the spirit of the season, it is the Rocky Horror Picture Show. And that's what I'm gonna watch. And I'm gonna enjoy my dinner with a movie. And I'm gonna enjoy it, and it's gonna be wonderful. And that's how my evening is gonna go, and I'm very excited for it. How are you guys doing? I'm doing all right. You missed the whole big rant, because I swear, every stream I do at least one rant. And you missed the whole rant portion, but you know what? That's fine. It'll work. I'll slouch and say bussin' a lot, and they won't be able to tell that. They're just gonna think you're a really dumb teenager. I'm sorry. No. June has checked out 70% of the books at her library. Yes, I have all of them. Just hoarded in my house. It's my library now. The amount of fines that I have are abysmal. Guys, you need to fund me so that I can return my library books and pay for all the fines on them. Oh gosh. I miss out on the chatting. Of course I did. No, not the chatting, because you're still here, but the ranting. There's the difference. Me ranting is a whole other beast. The Hungry Caterpillar's on hold because you This is my villain arc. This is exactly what I'm doing. I'm trying to be the worst library patron to ever exist. I just check out all the books and I hoard them so nobody else can read. Oh god. What's the difference? So the difference between me chatting with you guys and me ranting is me chatting with you guys sounds like this. Me ranting is me barely even looking at chat and just going off about something that pisses me off. That's ranting. And Zario, I hope you don't have to see that anytime soon, but if you go back and watch the VOD of this, you will hear the rants. I apologize ahead of time. It's just gonna happen, and that's just how it's gonna be. Damn it, my typos. I can't type. I'm smart, I swear. Yeah, sure. You keep trying to convince us of that, buddy. Hungry Caterpillar was one of my favorites. I liked thinking about eating all that food. I mean, to be fair, Eric Carl did such a great job at drawing all the food. He was like the Studio Ghibli of drawing food before any of us knew what Studio Ghibli was. And just making the food look so appetizing. You're so right for that, Greed. The food looked so good in that. Okay, thanks for explaining to me. You're welcome, Zari. You'll be able to tell the difference, I promise. It is a stark contrast to me just talking. This is why I get called a Giga Chat. Yeah. Yep. Totally. This is exactly the reason why. Yeah, totally not for any other reason. I don't know what you're talking about. This is yep. Oh my god. The other day when I was with my friends last night, and one of them was giving me a ride home, I went off about how I always make you mad, Chris, with certain sayings of mine that just end up making you really mad. But me and this friend are both in the silly train where we both do this, and if we were all in a room together, you would just be so abysmally angry. You already know all the phrases that I'm talking about, all the little irksome things that I say that make you so mad. We were going off in the car, just saying all of them, and me laughing, just thinking about all of the things. Is it the friend I know? Yes, you do know this person. We can DM about it later. It was very, very funny. I enjoyed it thoroughly. Ugh, I think my vocal cords are starting to go. I think I am probably gonna wrap it up then. I'm gonna go get something to eat. I might take a little nap maybe, because it's really cold. And when it's cold outside, I feel compelled to take a good nap, get all bundled up in a blanket, put on some music or something, and take a good nap. If it's who I'm thinking, I'm not surprised. I'm looking forward to what your guess is at this person, because it may or may not be the person you're thinking of. I don't know. Oh gosh, okay, yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up. Anyway. I will make the schedule at some point later tonight and post it. You guys already know the deal with that. I always make it after the ZATSUDAN streams, and it gets posted when it gets posted. Let me see. I am streaming tomorrow. I will be streaming tomorrow. We're gonna finish up Coffee Talk, because I know we left off on like that last little day that we didn't finish, and we gotta get through that. So it's gonna be a really short stream tomorrow, but that's fine. And that will be at 4 p.m. Eastern time. I needed to double check. But until then, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you guys so much for coming and saying hi to me. I really appreciate it. So until then, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, your morning, your afternoon, your evening, whatever it might be, wherever you are. And I'll see you guys again tomorrow for the last little episode of Coffee Talk. Have a good one, guys. I'll see you later. Bye, 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 bye.